You have 13 hours in which to solve the GLAM-rinth before your baby brother becomes one of us forever.
To start off this makeup, I'm going to be covering my eyebrows using the school glue stick from Elmer's. Always use the purple one because it's the best. And what I'd like to do is to run that glue stick throughout my brow hairs. I go towards the hair growth, I go against the hair growth, I go between the hair growth. You just really want to coat your eyebrow hairs with glue. Next, I'm going to use a spoolie, yes, a spoolie, to rake my eyebrow hairs upwards towards my hairline. The reason that I rake the hairs upwards is because if you rake the hair vertically, it doesn't pile on top of the other hairs, causing lumps and bumps and bulges of considerable size. After powdering the glued down brows, I'm going to be covering the dark shadows that the eyebrow hairs created using an orange concealer. I'm using a medium-sized fluffy brush to just pounce that concealer on top of the brow hairs. I decided that I needed to pretty much cover my skin with a very thick layer of foundation, so I'm going to be using this stick foundation from Makeup Forever. I bought this on sale actually in the Blog of Eternal Stench. They also had a sale on Wishes and Dreams, which I also purchased. As you will notice, I am pouncing that foundation on top of the brow area just so I do not disturb the glue underneath, and I'm also pouncing that all over my face because the pouncing motion really helps distribute and thin out the foundation and spread it and blend it out into the rest of the skin. To set all that cream in place, I'm using a little Powder of the Face by Mitsuyoshi. Using a rather large powder puff, I guess that's the only one I had on hand, I'm going to be rolling that powder and dabbing that powder onto the foundation, really working it into that cream. I like to do this step to really set everything underneath because I was going to be outside at night, it's going to be hot. I figured my foundation was going to sweat off, which sadly I have to report that it did not hold up very well. I feel like at this point in the tutorial I should switch to a different accent. This one is supposed to be British. If it's not, I'm sorry, I'm just trying to give a tribute to David Bowie. Anyway, I'm contouring my face with this blush from Burberry. It's a greyish brown tone and I really don't know the name of it, but it works really well. And I'm using a tulip shaped brush for this application. For my next magic trick, I'm going to be using the airbrush. This is completely optional because you can totally do this with eyeshadow and it's probably actually easier. But I chose airbrush because I wanted to use these paints from European Body Art, or EBA, and they're called Endura, which means they endure a lot. That wasn't funny. Anyway, I like these paints because they're alcohol based, which means if you're a sweaty Betty, you don't have to worry about eyeshadow just flowing freely down your face. So that's what I did, and I was very careful to keep my eyes closed while I was applying these paints, and I just applied them in the Goblin King fashion, in his style. One thing about the airbrush is that I didn't really put it on top of my eyelid, so I went in with this colour from the Naked Smoky palette from Decay and just further blended out any of my edges and just really finished off and polished off these eye shapes, which kind of look like birds, like upside down birds, especially the ones above the eyebrows. I also worked that eyeshadow underneath the eye as well, just to give me a little more definition. Moving right along to a technique I have a bachelor's degree in, I'm going to be adding rhinestones. And what I like to do is dot down a little bit of lash glue. This one's my Duo. And then I'll take my wax covered stick, my wax toothpick if you will, and I'll pick up my rhinestone and then place it gently down into the lash glue. And after about 45 minutes of playing with rhinestones and dropping them all over the place, you have a glamorous, studded Goblin King, I. Okay, that's enough of that accent. It went a little too Jack Sparrow for my liking. Anyway, while I'm doing my liner, my mascara, and applying false lashes, I want to discuss something with you guys, and this is the probably thing that bothers me the most about Labyrinth, even though I think it's a perfect film in every way, and I love it to the moon and back. I think Sarah is crazy because she gave up the Goblin King. I mean, sure, he wants power over her and all this stuff, but ultimately she would have had the power over him. And what did she give up? The Goblin King? For a screaming baby in a red and white onesie? The choice is clear, okay? David Bowie can sing. He's beautiful. His cheekbones could cut glass. He can walk up and down stairs that are like upside down, like MC Escher style. And he would move the stars for no one but her. So am I wrong thinking that she's crazy? So let me know in the comments below if you would choose a life with the Goblin King, or if you would choose Toby. Contrary to popular belief, the highlight trend phenomenon craze did not start with beauty gurus. It started with the Goblin King. I mean, check out those cheekbones, guys. I'll give you mornings of gold, I'll give you champagne bomb evenings for that Goblin King glow. I'm choosing to apply it to my face, wherever the sun would hit my face. We are in the final stretches of this amazing tutorial. And I'm going to finish off by applying my lips, and I'm going to start by lining my lips with a lip liner. This one's from Make It Forever. Then I'm going to fill in those suckers with this Lip Couture waterproof liquid lipstick from LA Splash, and the color is Innocent Vixen. And on top of that, I'm going to apply this Smashbox gloss from the Vlada collection, which leaves a perfect rose gold sheen to the lips. Lastly but not leastly, apply your favorite setting spray, and then you are ready to go steal some babies. Turn into goblins, which is my favorite activity. Well guys, it seems as though you have made it through the Glam-rinth and you have saved Toby. You have also forsaken the Goblin King, therefore you must leave a like on this video. And make sure you're subscribed for more Glam Goblin goodness. Otherwise, I'll see you guys in my next video. Take care. Bye-bye.